By the women, God bless them.
I've come to the end to meet up with the priest. And I installed... there was an update to the game, so I installed the unlimited save. This is a new feature, I do believe. I don't remember this being here before. But anyways, I'm going to save before I talk to the priest. And let's sit down here and talk to him. He's sitting here with his concubine. Let's talk to him.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything, but maybe we can work something out. But first, I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh, I'm sorry. What about your kin?
They're dead.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here, we'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
One ale, please.
It was.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
I don't like it when there's a timer on this.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Ujitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
Just as you ordered.
Because it basically forces the player to react and doesn't
All the best of help.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home.
You're handy with a sword.
I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force. These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
But I've reached a dead end.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end.
Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
I'll be right back.
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret.
Certainly. I'll
But-
fix it right away.
First thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Ujits isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. A tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days, and stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it.
Enjoy.
I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything. You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses
My
to
pleasure.
ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs. While Jesus Christ walked barefoot
All right.
and had no place to lay his head. Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny. That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
But you betray your vow of celibacy by having a concubine. Enough about preaching.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
One beer.
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
It's a good plan.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Reached a new level in drinking.
Przyszła bida mora lat, to nie ustoi żadnej chlap. Na kraj panuje sej smutek, do dnielo i rano utek, niech ich małżeński majstak, do wczera żylne staje brak. Už sej bojí svatý muži, nechtěl bych bejbě i kůži, nám je to jedno a tak si dáme jedno a požadem si huby jako poslední den. Půjde se vámi, panorama slávy, a pak vypad sudy a posaď se mi sem, tak posaď se
Make
sem
friends
a
with people.
Ukaž to si jako vozy, zítra jen tu jsou nejdem, tak ďalej vyhne, až točí se svět. Dneska vůbec nikdo neví, co se říká Ježíši, a není to naposled.
Enough of this!
Bailiff! Come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can ride is me.
Enough! Men, throw them out.
You looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
What the? Always forcing me to like get in fights and stuff.
Come
on, unlocked sinner.
You got.
Fight, so come and get it. Don't worry.
Can't even see.
Go!
Had enough of life, have you?
Fuck it.
I'll slaughter you.
Reach a new level in unarmed. Objective completed. Help God win.
So, my dears, wouldn't you like to have a little ring on the bell?
Climb the
Closer
bell
said than
church.
done.
It's
I'd love to. And Henry, too, I'm sure. Right, Henry?
I can't
Stop
even
that
see.
nonsense, Godwin. Are you out of your mind? What will people say?
They can say what they like. What do I care? What do they do to me? Watch the step, my dears. Careful, you don't hurt yourself.
Godwin, you're a buffoon.
Hey!
I can't see. Let's try a torch. You're in a private area. What the heck? So I'm supposed to do what? Climb the bell tower? Okay, this is the church. I'm supposed to go this way.
Here we are. Look at this beauty.
Oh. We can't do this, can we?
Who says? Get ringing, wench.
This is wonderful.
Picking up the whole town.
Ah, bloody oath. And now, my dears, comes the climax of the evening.
Godwin, you old goat.
Come here. Oh.
The priest has mounted up. What do you say, Henry? Shall we take a little ride of our own?
Oh, I'm gonna have to edit this again. And I really have no control over Henry and his wicked ways. He's always getting into fights. Oh my goodness. So, oh, okay. So I can move now. Oh my goodness.
Well, I have to say that was a fine evening.
Well, I guess I bonded with the priest. The things that I do to get information. What a night of debauchery.
Godwin, you beast! Get up! Do you hear me? Wake up, you drunkards!
Oh, fucking hell.
Where the... Oh, what the... Oh, who the hell are you? Oh, Henry. My great friend, Henry. Didn't we have a wonderful time?
Well, you certainly did, you old lecher. Now you better pull yourself together quick. You haven't much time. There's some water and something to eat on the table there, but if I were you, I would move my hairy arse before my flock eats me alive.
Oh, step on in my head. My guts. Oh, my poor suffering stomach. What was that woman on about? Before my flock eats me alive. I've forgotten something. What have I forgotten?
Where the fuck am I?
What the fuck was it? Oh. Mass! Oh shit, I have to say mass. I gotta say mass. You have to help me.
How? You're the priest.
I can't do it in this state. Maybe the liturgy. But I have to give a sermon as well. Oh, this is a disaster. They're gonna excommunicate me.
I'd like to help you, but...
You can. You can do the sermon for me.
What? So, first I investigate a murder no one wants investigated. Then I drunkenly keep the whole town up all night. And now you want me to preach at them from the pulpit? Do you want them to burn us at the stake?
No. No, I've got it. Suppose that Sir Ratzig's protege. You just came from studying in Prague. And you want to share the words of Master Jan Hus, who you recently heard preaching there. Henry, look. From what I remember, we might have overdone it a bit last night. And if the bailiff or someone else complains about me, the bishop's gonna have my guts for garters. So I'd appreciate it. Stop gaping at me like a stuffed squirrel and start helping.
You're mad. You're stark raving mad.
I'm not. It's a perfect plan. It's flawless. Oh. How about this? If you help me with this, I'll tell you who Lubosh's cronies are.
New perk point available. You've reached a new level in drinking. Alright, but I can't guarantee the result.
Well, alright. But I can't make any promises about what'll happen.
No, neither can I.
What do you want me to do exactly?
I'll go and start the liturgy. Then I'll introduce you. You give the sermon I told you yesterday in the tavern, and that's that. No need to drag it out. If it turns out well, I'll tell you what I know about Lubosh.
Christ almighty. Fine then. We have a deal.
Wonderful. Let's get to it then.
Give the sermon in church. Oh, I have no clothes on. Well, let's see. Let's put this on. And some hose. Let's put my fashionable black hose on. This green shirt. Let's see. Noble's boots. Padded black coif. Let's see. Actually, I think I'll not wear that. Wish I could like sort it based on where it goes on the body. Pointed hat. Put this linen hood on. Let's put the black hood on instead. And take the hat off. Okay, I think we're presentable now. Give the sermon in church. Okay, I'm gonna save this here, and I'm gonna have to edit this one because of the content. So I'm gonna make it a short one so that it doesn't take me forever to render the video and everything. So I hope you've enjoyed. Please give me a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. And click the bell icon so you don't miss anything. Bye.